if I'm going to get better at anything, I need to start with something that really matters.
Okay. So what I hear you saying there is that your kids and your family are a major priority in your life.
The highest priority.
The highest priority. Okay. So I'm going to put down that your family and your kids are the highest priority in your life. To get to that point, Taylor, do you think we should address the problem with the alcohol so that it won't trip that priority up, maybe?
Yeah, I just don't know how to begin.
What have you thought about as far as options for addressing that? I mean, surely people have said,
Yeah.
you know, I've expressed several options, but what of those options that either I've told you about, maybe that you've heard commercials on, or maybe that you've seen on TV or radio, or that people have said to you, Taylor, we love you, we want you to get help. And even if you didn't respond to them at that time, what kind of things have you thought about that? Well, maybe I could do that, but you know, I'm either too scared to do it alone, or I don't want to do it alone. What kind of things have you thought about?
My husband had to go check himself into an alcohol treatment center, you know, one of those inpatient ones, but that would just be like admitting that I'm just totally so crazy far gone, and that's just hard for me to do.
Sure. I mean, I don't think that's admitting that you're crazy or that you're gone from anything. I think that's a big step in admitting that you have a problem that's beyond your control, which is what alcoholism is. It's a disease beyond our control. What it would do, or what it can do for you, is, and that's kind of what the RADAC assessment was to assess where you would be at as far as your patterns of drinking, how you cope when you drink, what kind of things that you would do or react to when you've been drinking, how often you feel you need to drink, in what situations. And then they could take that assessment and determine what they would recommend as far as either an intensive in treatment program, which could be 30, 60, 90 days, which seems like a long time.
Yeah.
Or it could be an outpatient treatment program where you would go, a certain period, certain
I'd rather
intervals,
have that.
which we could find out from an assessment, which they'd go at certain intervals to do, different sessions, which could be counseling, therapy, to teach you coping skills about how to deal with the issues. And the thing that I tell people when they say, I don't want to do the in-treatment because that's 30 or 60 or 90 days that I can't work, that I can't be with my family, that I can't be in school, is if you do this now and get past that 30, 60, and 90 days now and address the problem, you're going to be able to more than likely take those skills that you learn and apply them and be more successful in the long run to coping with that urge if it comes back, or more likely when it comes back, because it's probably going to come back. And if you just do something like a detox program or keep going to the AA meetings, they're going to be supportive and help you, but they're not going to teach you the skills needed to really deal with those stressful times or those urges. So that 30, 60, 90-day program could teach you those skills so you can address those problems. You'd get out of it, and then you'd be done with it in that period of time rather than going through a short program, relapsing, coming back in here in 2 weeks or 30 days. And then what have you done? You wasted, well, now it really is like wasting another couple weeks, being out there for a couple weeks, coming back in here. We sit down and talk and have another plan set up. So what have you done? There's a 30-day program at least, if not longer.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I mean, that's an option too.
Yeah.
I have one final question for you before we wrap this up. In your mindset, what would everybody have to do, including me, anybody else in your life, to help make this happen for you?
Just be really encouraging. I need a lot of positive reinforcement.
Okay.
I can't deal with people being mean, even if I deserve it. I just need a lot of positive reinforcement.
Well, and I will support you in any and every way I possibly can.
Okay.
That's what I told you at the start. You still have my number?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can always call me day or night if you need to talk to somebody, if you're having a tough time. And you gave me permission last time that I could contact your husband.
Yeah, you can.
Is that still okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. And I might call him. And is it okay for me to share with him some of the information we've talked about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I might go over him, what we've talked about, what we're going to be looking at trying. I'd like to see you again, and are you doing anything in the next couple days?
No.
Okay. How about 9:30 in the morning on Thursday?
That's
so
fine.
2 days from now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to see you at 9:30 on Thursday.
Okay.
And what we will do is we will set up some goals and some resources. And what I'd like to start with is a RADAC assessment, which doesn't commit you to RADAC at all. But I'd like to see what their assessment says. And we can take that assessment and we could look at any number of treatment options, facilities,
Okay.
that kind of thing. And if you're not comfortable with that, there's other options and resources we can use. And before we start anything else, or even getting stressed out about that, we can, look at the assessment together, see how you feel about it, what it would affect in your life, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So it's just an assessment, it's not committing you to anything.
That's fine.
That sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I will see you on 9:30 Friday morning. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Taylor.
Bye.
Bye.